Because I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer last year, but then over the Christmas period I ended up fracturing 2 vertebrae in my back. So as I was in hospital, the palliative care team that have been involved in me because of my other diagnosis suggested going to the hospice to do some sort of more respite, symptom control type of treatment.
So when Tom first was admitted to the hospice, we got amazing support from all the doctors and the nurses, wanting to know obviously about Tom's medical history and things like that, but also wanting to know about him and what his needs were and what was important to him. So obviously being a family, having 2 young boys, that was really important to visit, and the doctors and nurses were amazing at letting us go in there and visit them as much as we needed at a time that suits us. Yeah, it was amazing.
I haven't got enough words to say.
They were just so supportive, just absolutely amazing with you, weren't they? When people say that you've been into the hospice, you don't appreciate the care until you've been there. It's completely another level. It's just phenomenal. Everybody involved, from the volunteers, just even the little things with bringing around the teas and coffees. It comes in a teapot for 2 and a plate of biscuits. Ice creams for the boys when they visited. Yeah. Nothing was too much trouble.
That was everything for me really, because I've had a few, let's say, rough hospital stays where they've not been exactly smooth sailing, and because of the injuries and things to my back, I wanted and needed to just do as little as possible to get the pain under control, to then let me do some more rehab. And the fact that nothing was too much trouble, and I knew at drop of a hat the boys could come and call in if they wanted to, or likewise we didn't have to schedule an appointment for between a specific 2-hour period, which then usually coincides with picking up from childminders or school or anything. So it was just ideal that they could just drop in as and when. It just felt more like a home.
Without the support and the fundraising, there would be no hospice, and for us it's just been amazing.
Yeah, I think thank you and well done for putting yourself out there for other people's needs. If I was physically able, I probably would be doing a bit more, but I'm definitely going to get behind the hospice now I've been in and seen how much of a difference it can make to people's lives. Because up until this point, I only had a preconceived idea of end-of-life palliative care type of things that goes on up there, but obviously now I've been in for another reason. It's opened up a whole new world of what really they have to do and fund. So the funding that they do get is definitely being used for the right reasons. Probably most people's understanding of hospice is it's end-of-life care, it's palliative care, it's usually somewhere you go and don't come back out type of situation. So when it was first addressed with us and we were first offered a place there were a few jaws that were dropping onto the floor.
Mine was the first one.
But to be fair, the nurses couldn't have explained it any better to us about the fact that they were doing this as a temporary stay to do symptom control, pain management, and then it would be back out of the hospice. I think that is the main thing I've learned through my journey with the hospice, is that there's a hell of a lot goes on behind the scenes, not just the palliative care. And the nurses, doctors, everybody who were involved with me just kept everything perfectly simple.
It's making sure that we look at people as individuals. It's making sure that it's the little stuff as well as the big stuff. And we like to think that when people leave our care, that they're able to talk to the family, the friends, the loved ones, and say this is a charity that really supports people in the Wakefield area. People are fundraising, we can actually say that we look at every penny that they support us with to provide the care and support. It's not just our hospice, it's their hospice as well.
All the members of staff that work there, they're just completely devoted to the care that the hospice give. And it's phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah, phenomenal is a good word.